playing with the Honorable Rainbo Paita, the re-elected member for Finschaffen, and of course our President, National Minister of Planning and our Leader of Government Business. He go through being re-elected with the absolute majority of over 23,000 votes, if I'm not wrong. And being a senior member of the Pangu Pati structure, I, on behalf of the party, representing the parliamentary wing as well as the Madam President and the non-parliamentary wing, would just like to offer our congratulations of the highest order. He was instrumental in the last 3 years we've been in government, more so in his role as leader of government business, trying to ensure our government programs get run. And he brings to the table again, not just youth and flair, but more importantly, exposure needed for our Pangu Pati as well as our coalition of leaders to ensure we focus in delivering to what we should do as a party and as a coalition of leaders. I just want to also announce today, from reports we're getting, 22 seats nationwide have been already announced. Today, this afternoon, tomorrow, there'll be more declarations coming. But for the record, 22 seats have been declared. Of the 22 seats declared thus far, Pangu Pati has 9 of them. PNC has 5. URP, and just on my way in, I had the leader of URP has been re-elected as member for Hagen. The Honorable William Duma is back, so that means URP has 4. I beg your pardon, 3. PPP, of course, with Sir Julius, 1. People's Party has, I think, now 2 in my view. My report says 1 here. People's Party has 2. The new electorate of Talasia has seen People's Party candidate got elected into office as member-elect. Of course, ULP 1, Liberal Party 1, National Alliance 1, and the People's First Party for the Associate. And so, all in all, with this update, it's not 22, it's 24, and numbers will start to grow as we go into tonight, as we go tomorrow on Thursday, and hopefully by Friday, you should have the shape of whoever has won election taking shape, and the formation of the coalition government or the governments will come into play. And by Friday, you will have a fair indication as to which party is going to receive the Section 63 letter from the Governor General to form government. The way we are going today, Pangu Pati winning 9 so far and expecting more declaration. In fact, as of today, before I stepped in here, we are leading in 26 other counts nationwide, and we also have others in the top 3 in other counts that is taking place right now. And so we hope to translate those massive leads we have into actual declarations, and if those declarations are made, then of course you will see all planes coming into Wewak for us to consolidate our numbers before we go back to Port Moresby and to move into Parliament. Our social media has been filled with so many fake news, so many negativities. Before I bought plane, someone from my office asked me to confirm or deny whether you are picking up and leaving Wewak. Far from it. You see the member-elect re-elected for Finschaffen joining us here in Wewak. We are not leaving Wewak as yet. No one has chased us out of Wewak. Wewak has been hospitable. Wewak is an integral part of Papua New Guinea. We are here to form government in Wewak for the first time since 1975. And please, I just want to appeal to the opposition spinning negativities. Just for once, talk about what you and your network of network of coalitions or your party will do for Pangu and our coalition of partners we currently have. We are in the business of fetching numbers. As you all know, the declarations are slow in coming, and so one by one, when the declarations are made, we are bringing all that will be in our alliances into Wewak and put together the structure of government before we go to Moresby to prepare for us to go into Parliament on the 4th. So that is the order of today. In as far as my press conversation is concerned, I just want to conclude by appealing to all our people nationwide. Allow the counting process to come to a conclusion. As we did make mention yesterday, candidates' right of appeal is still reserved in our constitution through the election petition avenue. If you feel that your right has been tampered with, election petition is there for any aggrieved candidates to seek that recourse. But let us not stop the process. The electoral commissioner will not fail the election. They've given us assurance. No elections will be failed. There are provisions of law that is looked at. And by the time 29th of July comes around, whatever the electoral commissioner will do in terms of accepting writs and passing on writs would be done. And they're looking at laws as we speak to allow for those that are still going on in terms of counting for those processes to be concluded. So there will not be any failed elections. The process would be completed and on the 4th of August. If there is no change in between, then Parliament would then convene for us to get on with the business of electing Speaker and consequently or subsequently the election of the Prime Minister for the level of Parliament. It may seem slow today, but in the next few days you will start to see as declarations go forward. And just to give you a snapshot on where we are, of the current declarations in my coalition of government, those in Pangu Pati, those in URP, those in People's Party, those in ULP, those in Liberal, and those in National Alliance. And this morning I had the privilege of sitting down and having one-on-one discussions with the leader of People's First Party. He is in discussion with us. So all these conversations are going, but let me also, Pangu Pati supporters and followers nationwide. James Marape is a very seasoned and experienced politician as far as teaching political number is concerned. The Pangu Pati is providing the solid number for this camp. Today, the Honorable Deputy Prime Minister was with me in Finschaffen. He's tasked to attend to other matters. We have a structure in the party where each and every one of my members of Parliament and our party officials know exactly what they will do. As we come to the end of this week, we'll start to stitch the jigsaw puzzle together, and you would see government being formed out of Wewak, and we'll present the structure of government to Port Moresby, to our Port Moresby retreat, and then into the floor of Parliament. Standing behind me is Governor Bed. It's now gone past 100,000 voters who have voted for him in East Sepik province. And so if you talk about not being welcomed in East Sepik, I am standing behind the leader of the province who's got 100,000 people right behind him. And far from the truth, East Sepik is home to my children. And you know, I'm very much welcome here as much as any other national leaders. And I feel at home. We are working together, those of us here in Wewak and those throughout our country in our network, to ensure that every count that is declared, the winner who is declared is part of our network, they will all find their way into Wewak. And come with me by the end of this week, and you will try to see the shape of our new government taking place. From us here in Wewak, let me also say thank you to the residents of Port Moresby. Last night as we went into Port Moresby, there were calls for curfew. I thought there was a need for curfew. When I went in, I took advice from the National Security Advisory Council that there is no need for curfew. It was hyped in the social media. There is a widespread looting and destructions in Port Moresby, far from the truth they want. There were no deaths as a result of the incident that happened in Sejongai Stadium. Police told me the blades that were used, the users of the bush knives, as bad as it was, they turned the blade around and they were using the blunt edge in as far as the aggression was concerned. It was very bad. Police have been instructed, no more bush knives in Port Moresby in and around the election time, and even in the lifestyle in the city. Police are now on full patrol in the city to allow for the counting to progress, and the exercise of police and the defense who will call out into the streets of Port Moresby will carry on into the government formation week. And so I just want to say thank you to the city residents who took heed and abstained from continuous unnecessary targeting and lawlessness caused by the minority. The rest of the city locked in, they are really behind police. So thank you very much, NCD. I just want to also thank National Capital District, the City Hall, as well as the Governor, who played also an active role in containing a situation that could have easily fled out of control. Much of this was caused by candidates. Those candidates who are causing those issues, police is now chasing them down to hold them accountable to them instigating these lawlessnesses and these issues of lawlessness in our city. All right, then, that's all from us. Governor, you have...